afternoon everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome everybody, I hope you're all doing all right, and I hope that you're doing some wonderful creations. Right, before we start, I'd just like to say that I had a few requests wanting to see behind the scenes of my workshop, and also a couple of questions on what all my boxes are to my right or to your right. So I've done a small video and I've gave you a little detour of my small workshop and shown you where I place things. I will download it before I download the tutorial video for you to have a look. It's just that because I need to use the camera or my mobile, it's a case of if I would have downloaded it, I would have had to sit and wait. And time is cracking on. It's 3 o'clock. I've been busy today, so I'm late coming on as well. So today I'm just going to, because it's late, I'm going to just do a small wreath. I've only got out a 12-inch grapevine wreath that I'm going to do. We're going to do it in the colours of like the purples, browns, and just a tiny bit of orange, and one piece of greenery in the colour green. So I have done a bow, and I've done it in the neutral brown burlap, this like a linen burgundy one where it just curls on its own. It's fabulous. It's got no wire in, but it does just sit beautiful. And then I've got the orange glittered one where the glitter doesn't shed, so that's fabulous. So I've just done the small bow. Right, so for the greenery in the colour green, I've been in my leftover box and I've got some leftover eucalyptus. So we're going to use that for the background foliage. Let me place it there. I've got to use this. I've not used it yet. The beech leaf, that's what it is. What I purchased from Temu, and we're going to use some of those. I haven't prepared because obviously it was just quickly get on and let's do a video. So we've got that as well. I've got some bits of acorn leaf with the orangey brown that I want to add in, maybe as a bit of filler foliage, and dot some of that around, which I've placed on picks as it was on a garland. Excuse me. I've also got out my raven bush. It's like a browny, I don't know, sandy colour. It looks a bit purple, pink, sorry, but oops. Oh, I don't know where that's come from. Let's just stick it back on. So I'm going to use that as well. And again, I've not prepared, so I'm going to have to be chopping away. So we've got that. I've got out some of our deep burgundy berries with the foliage. Now these were in my oddments. I found a few just scraps at the bottom of the bucket, so I've just got these out and thought, well, let's use them in this wreath. There's just a little bit of, probably a couple of those, some twined fern in brown, some green wispy bits, and just 3 artificial pine cones. So I've gathered them together and I thought, right, we'll place those in and use them all. I've also got out my orange astilbe, so I'm going to place some of those in, and it's on paperback so I can just tear it off. And for our floral, I've got out some more of the magnolias, like a bit of red tone and sandy tone in the center. And I've just got 2 out of my like a brown effect of the hydrangeas. I may pull some off of them and place them around singular on picks as well. And then I've also got out my miniature blossoms, where I did start to place some on single picks, but then I thought, no, we need to crack on. So that's what we've got today. So it's not going to be a big wreath, but I couldn't not do a tutorial. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to alter the camera and bring it down. I've noticed I've got the light on the camera, so I'm going to have to take that off. I don't really need it on. So one moment, guys. Let's just, it might go a bit duller, guys. One moment. There we go. So let's just bring it in a little bit. Oops. And we'll have it around there. We may get disturbed by my cat because he'll be here soon wanting to be fed, so he'll be probably crying around me. Right, so let's crack on. So here is some of my leftovers of the eucalyptus, and I'm just going to place it in. Again, it's just going to be background foliage. So I'm just going to do a crescent one today again. I think some have got a bit more on than others. So let's use that one. And we'll place that one opposite as well. Yes, so it was just, I've had requests for to show my workshop off before, and I've not done it as of yet. So with me having 2 requests last night on the same, wanting to see for some ideas, I thought I best do it. I best do it because usually I don't like to, you know, hang about and say yes, I'll do it, and then I don't. I like to fulfill the wishes. And we'll place that one there. I could really have done with another one. Oops. And I caught another one down off of a stem. I won't be a moment. Where are they? Oh, have I got any more oddments in here? No. So let's put one down. Off of a stem. Place that here. Oops. Glue. So there's our background foliage done. I'm not sure if where I want to place the bow today. I may place it at the bottom for a change, or at the top. We'll see as we go along. Oh, let me just finish off my coffee, guys, because my son's made it me. He's got the week off of work. He's booked a holiday in. Right, now let's use our beech leaves. Now, you get three, I think 3 stems on here. Yeah. So I just want to see, right. I'm just going to cut these down. I may not need this second stem. Let's just cut that piece off. And we're going to do the same with this. We're going to bring this on here as well. These are a bit more thicker stem. Let's get that glue off there before it dries. What's the weather like where you are, guys? It has been pouring it down with rain here. Now, I did all the green foliage, the eucalyptus, on the outer ring of the wreath. Now, I'm placing these stems on the inside of the wreath. And I'm lifting them slightly so it gives it that more, you know, more volume, that look of more volume, and also, you know, the fullness. And I may cut, that one's quite long, so I'm going to cut this one into 2. The stems are quite chunky. So we'll do this one. Just turning the leaves around. And then I may place these 2 on picks. Oops. If I can get them off. Again, because I've not prepared, with time going quite quickly today, I've decided that we're going to have to place picks on things as we work. Oh, I've got another one here. So, we'll do this one. There. And then this one's only a small one, so I'm just going to bring this one coming inwards. like so. Let's just check that there's nothing come through. I can see one wanting to come through, so let's try and get to that. So that's with our red foliage in as well. This one's really tough. So I don't think we need the other stem. I'll keep it here though in case. Let's just place in our bow. I think I'm going to place it up above, just around here. I think that would look quite nice. So let's get my weaving needle so we can go through. And to make sure that the bow is in the right place, facing the right way. Oh, I've lost the other. Oh, it's here. I thought I'd lost the wire then. So we'll turn it over. And we'll just twist. And I'll grab my flat nose, needle nose pliers, and I will pop the wire back in. So that is our bow attached. Now I want to place in, before we carry on, our 3 magnolias. So I'm going to place one down at the bottom, one up here, and then one in the center. So let's place those in. I'm going to go close to the bow because I don't want to go too far away from, you know, and make it into a bigger wreath. I'm lifting them up, I'm not sitting them flat. And again, that's just to give it a bit of volume. Right, let's look for some, if I can get it in. Let's push it a little bit more. Like so. Oh, I've caught myself on. Let's just see if anything's come through. No, wonderful. So there's our magnolias placed in as well. I'm gonna, oh, I don't know whether to keep it as a whole one now. Do I just place them there? I don't know, I quite like the look of that. Can you take these off? I think you can take these off. Yes. Let's get them on a pick. I'll keep them as a whole instead of breaking them up, because we've got the blossom. I may need a, if that doesn't hold, I may need to place a bigger stem in. Let's have a look. I think it's a little, might need something like this. So let's pull that out. Let's try this one. I'll get the glue off my fingers, and I'm going to cut that right there, and then use it for this one. I'll save this stems. That's why I save the stems off if I cut them down and they're long. It's for things like this. So, I think I'm going to place it there. I don't even think I need it that long. Let's see where I can place it. Let's bend it up. I'm wondering if it's making that look slightly lost. Let's put one down here as well. Let me stand above and have a look. Actually, I think that looks quite nice together. What do you think, guys? Looks quite nice. The colours are beautiful. Let's put it a bit back. Right, to add a little bit of orange, let's cut the tag off. I'm going to move my stool so I can stand up. So we'll pull them individually off. Bring one around the end here. Oh, I had a lovely message off a lovely lady called Helen, who ordered a wreath from me. She's watched me on YouTube, and it's got delivered today. And she was exceptionally, what was the word she used? I can't remember the exact word now. But she's received it and she absolutely loves it. She says it looks better in person. They usually do though, don't they? Cameras never do things justice, I don't think. I'm just dotting these astilbe around. I'm going to use one bunch. They're all different lengths of stems on the bunch. Oops, I think that's come off of this stem. Let me just... Right, let's glue it back on, the hydrangea. Yes, the lady ordered an autumnal wreath. So she was really happy with it. That makes me happy. I'm going to bring this one in. I can get it in. There we go. Let me just... So we've got that as well. So I don't need the other bunch of those. I'm going to place in some of our acorn leaves and dot these around in the center, you know, around near this, around some on maybe on the outer side, but mainly like filler foliage. So there's a gap here that I really need to cover. So let's just put down 5. Yeah, I think we definitely need some on the outer side. I'll place one around here where our other magnolia is. Do I bring, I may bring some on the ends here. That one's bent. Excuse me. Just so we've got a different colour foliage down here as well. And do the same up above. Like that. So then I've got some, oops, I may bring some on the outside where these gaps are, you know, just around here, just to incorporate some around there where I can see a few gaps, and they probably won't fill in. Like that. And I'll look around on the outside for that sort of a gap everywhere. So there's a little one here. I'll just come off of this pick. So let's glue that back on. I think with the burgundy, I think that makes it look really nice, having the burgundy in. And again, I'm just going on the outside, filling in small gaps. Did I bring one? No, I've got one left, so I'll bring one where I've just placed this one up above, and I've placed it right under here. Just like that, just to cover those areas. And that's how it's looking at the moment. Doesn't that look pretty? Lovely colours. Oh, something like, do I place that in there? We'll see. Right. Which one now? I'll tell you what. We'll bring that in. And these are just artificial pine cones. Because I've got 3 here, I'm going to bring one each on the end of our magnolias. So that's used those. Now let's have a look. I just grabbed all the loose parts in the bucket. I mean, I've only got 2 of those, so I could just put these around the centre where the centre magnolia is. Probably one either side. And have those sitting like that. Now I've got these. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8. They would look nice being added in. Some look a lighter brown and some look more burgundy brown. So that's good. So let's, before we do that, let's add in these wispy bits. How many have I got of these? 1, 2, 3, oh 5, oh no 6, right. So let's add these in again, just to give it a bit of movement. Let's turn that leaf around. I'm just going to dot these around. If you've got any leftovers like this, it's great for if you just want to use them up, place them in an arrangement. Any twiggy bits like this would goes lovely in any arrangement. Oops, got glue string. Oh, I've just caught that ribbon. Do you do that, guys? Do you catch the ribbon? There we go. I guess one would look nice in the ribbon. Let's carry on first. Do I bring one in? I may bring one under the ribbon. I've got one here, but it's not coming through, so I may bend it actually. So bring it near the ribbon, bring it up. I could place this one around, coming inwards. The stem's not very tough on that one, so I'm going to place a pick on and then cover it in tape, just so I've got a little bit more control with it. That's better. That other one, I may bring this in as well because I've got still a gap here. So now I've got the twined fern. We'll incorporate this as well. It is quite nice, I must admit. I do like it. I like the way the leaves fold in. It's just a fern what's not yet opened. And I'm doing the same thing with these as well. I'm just dotting these around. Have you all been busy today as well? Or are you busy at work? Let me know where you're watching from. I do like to know. I've got 2 left. I may bring these around here. On the outer side, you won't see them as much. So that's used all of our scraps, and we've placed those in. As well. Let's just play around with this one. Bring it below. Don't know what I'm going to do with the tail ends. We'll see. There's the bit. Right, let's have a look at the blossom. I don't know whether it's needed, if I'm being quite honest, the blossom. No, I don't think it really goes. The colour does, but I think it's more of a summery flower. So we're going to leave the blossoms out. Now our raven. Let's use this for some different textures. I can't see where oh, it's here. I bent the stems over. Now one's fell off again. I'm not sure where that's come from. Oh, here, I found it. Let's glue that on. Now, it is quite a big cluster, and I don't want to overdo it with the, you know, the big clusters. Let me just, I think it's better if I add them on picks. I've just glued that one on as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5 to start with. I'm going to need more than 5 because I'm going to want to put some on the outside, some on the inside. So all I'm doing, and plus they've got 3 little sprigs on anyway, you know, here, so it's not that it's just a single one by itself. I just think the cluster would have been a little bit too much. Let me grab some more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's use 9 to start with. We might have 10. 5 on top and 5 at the bottom. Yeah, let's do that. So let's get that last one on there. So that's 10. So we're definitely going to bring one down here, right at the end. On each end at the top and the bottom. Oh, here's my cat. I said it'd be here, didn't I? 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's cut these down smaller. Place one around our bow. Just one. There. Do I bring one here? Or there? Oh, I don't know, because it looks a little bit empty around here, I think. I think that just went through, if I'm being quite honest here. Oh, I can't get it off. Oh my gosh. Right, I can see 2 little pieces here, just sticking the head up above the grapevine. I mean, that one's not really sticking up, but I've just made it stick up and moved it. Let's cut it a little shorter and place it back in. Any more? Oh, there's one here. They're not really very thick wreaths, these. Oh, I can see another one. Oh my gosh, they're all popping up now. That is there. didn't have any not long ago, and all of a sudden they're all here. That one's not popping out. Right. So now we've got those. Now we need some on the outer side. So I'm just going to cut about 1 inch off of the stem. So I'm going to go in between where I've placed these on top, and I'm placing those on the outer side in between. So then that one and that one, so this one needs to go around here. That one and that one. And that one and that one. I tend to talk to myself, guys. Now I've got one left. Do I just bring it in the centre part here? Now I'm going to place it in here. There's a little bit of a gap. So we've now got in our raven spray, and we are left with our berries. Now let's have a look. I think with these as well, I'm going to dot some around. I've got a feeling I need some filler foliage. I may grab some green. I just can see bits of gaps still. So I think I may just bring a bit of green on the inside with us having it on the outside. Two, so I'm going to use these on the outer side, and I won't need to start a fresh bunch. I'm just turning some of the leaves around because they're facing the wrong way. Oh, that one's come off something. Oh, for there. Let's take that piece off. So I need some green because it's all more browny colour in the centre. What shall I use? Now, have I got any oddments left? Let's have a look. Oh, what's this? I've got some grape leaf. Well, I've just found an oddment. Oh, I have. I've got some leftovers. I wonder if they would look pretty. Yeah, I think they would look pretty. I've got some leftovers. I did something probably last week. And I've got leftover grape leaves. So I don't know if you can see, you know, like here, there's a gap here. And also here, there's a gap just here. There isn't a gap there because of the bow, but there's a gap under there, look. And I don't want to see that. So I'm thinking just add in some bigger foliage with bigger leaf so I won't need to use as much, and dot those around, you know, more towards the center, with it having seeds on as well. It just desperately needs something green. I don't like the way that one sits. Let's try another one. That's more like it. And I don't think I'm too much bothered about this wispy bit here. I'm going to need some green down there. I cut that one up. I could place this one down here. And just by incorporating that little bit of, you know, greenery with the rustic feel. And then I think I'm going to place some under here as well. I may cut that in half. I don't know yet. But let me get two out. And then one needs to go around here. And I think then that would be enough. So let's get those in. So I don't need no more of the Raven spray. Let's put the band back on that. So I don't need no more of those. So let me just put that one back. I don't want to be placing the grape on the outside because we've got the eucalyptus, what's long. So I think it's, you know, it needed it. And plus with it having the ready burgundy tone on the around the tips as well, that helps. Now let me just, before I carry on, I want to look at these. Do I just let them hang? Because the red one naturally curls up. wrong way, Iris. Do it like that. Yeah, so we're going to place these in. Let me cut that a little shorter. Can't see where it's going. We'll place that one on the end there. And then there's one right here. And there's this one. I can tell I've just chopped these off of the bunch because they're not angled. Terrible for it. Let's get that glue. Now it's dried. A single one in the center coming inwards. Let me put this one on the end as well. I need to go a little bit further in. There we go. Didn't put one there, did we? Oh, my cat. Here he is. It's time, guys. I said, didn't I? He'll come when he's ready for his food. And it's 4 o'clock, nearly, and he's ready. It's like clockwork. It's like he knows the time. It really is. Right, I do need one more. I didn't bring... I wanted one around here. If I can see. I'm just giving it a little tug. Right, they're all in. So I feel that is plenty. There's nothing more I can do to make the wreath look any fuller or add any more interest. And I think that looks lovely. I love the deep burgundies in you know, with anything, with the green coloured foliage, I find it really sets it off and gives that warm feeling. So I really do like that. Let me get my easel. I may need to just lift it a little bit. I'm going to place it on. Let's. Right, I can just see something what's needed. Where's that single one? There's one. I can just see a gap. I'll bring the camera up before I do it. So let's just bring the camera up so you're just not looking at the floor. I have to, I've got the camera on my old stand. It's not on the new one. I don't know. I just grabbed it. So let's, now just where the centre magnolia is, right here, I can see through it. And I didn't want to be able to see anything. So I feel that that area would need to, you know, just be covered. So I took one leaf off, and we're going to place it on. We'll place it on a pick, and I'm going to just fill in there. So let me just turn it. I can still see the grapevine, and that's not what I wanted. I don't know whether I want those tail ends curly now. Let's just, what I'm going to do, cut them just about an inch shorter as well. The red one. So I think they look better on this occasion, where they're just, gosh, the wire's so tough in these. Just where they're going across the centre. Bring that forward. The burlap, the brown one's not playing game. So I think that's better, cutting those a little bit shorter and filling in that gap. So let me just get rid of all the mess. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Again, it was a quick wreath, but I feel, you know, when I always, you know, when people have spoken to me or asked for my advice, that sometimes they've, you know, stated that they don't have much time when somebody's ordered something, so they feel like they're rushing it. You know, especially when a customer's not specifically stated what type of flowers they want, they just said an autumn look. So then I've replied to the, you know, the person and said, if the customer hasn't, you know, specified what floral or foliage that they would like, and they're leaving it in your hands and you're in a rush, use big-headed things, you know, like I have with the hydrangea. I stated I didn't have much time before I close. I close now, but I still wanted to get a video done because I've been busy today. So I thought, right, to get a video done, to make it look really pretty, I'll use big-headed and long-leaf foliage, you know, things like that, you know, for like the magnolia, especially the hydrangea, and the bushy eucalyptus, and the acorn leaves, what are fairly, you know, big and solid. The wispy beech leaves here, you know, just add a little extra to it. I'm going to be turning some of these around because they're facing the wrong way. But they just add a little bit extra into it. And then just add some little wispy bits, you know, like the raven, things like that, or a astilbe. You can get a astilbe where it's quite big. You could incorporate that as well. And then like the grape leaf as well, I've used that as filler foliage. Again, more of a bigger leaf and solid, you know, than if I chose to have like boxwood, you know, or ficus or things like that. Because it is be airy, I'd have to be placing, you know, quite a bit of a more of a solid, broader leaf. So when you're in a rush like that, just add in big elements and broad elements in your floral as well as your foliage, you know, and you'll find that you'll get it done much quicker. I usually take about 2 hours on a video. I think we're gonna just over an hour or something. I'm not quite sure. But if you like this sort of colour, guys, you know, give it a go and have fun. I may have to put something here as well. What could I put there? Because that will bother me. I don't like on this arrangement. I don't want a gap. So what have we got around? I think, let's just have a look, because I can see that gap. It's sticking out a mile. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit, and I'm going to add in a grape. Even though it's on the outs, you know, more to the outside, it's filling in again. It's filling in that gap. I'll place it underneath the hydrangea. Let me just take it off the easel. It just needs it. Just bring some of the other elements through as well, so it just doesn't look like it's just been placed there by itself. Yeah, that's filled that gap up. I need to get a hook on this easel. I've got two. The other one's going to be re-sprayed, and it needs spraying white again. It's looking a bit dirty. So I'm just now playing around so I can get things back where they belong. I may need to put something, I may need to use this one. I'm going to borrow this leaf from the bottom and just add that in as well. I always, you know, I've always stated as well, stand back from your work and you will see, you know, different things that, like I've just seen that gap and it needs filling in. Better, much better. So yeah, just stand back from your work, guys, and you know, and just have a look, and if you can see any gaps, so that, you know, as soon as you look at it and then all of a sudden your eyes drawn to something, you know, like the gap, then you know that's where you need to be adding something to fill it in. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you like the colours. And if you know, give it a go, guys. Even if you haven't got this beech leaf, you know, but you've got some red foliage, burgundy foliage, you know, willow, maybe ficus, ruscus, or even maple, anything like that, use and add in, you know, just to bounce off of these nice light sandy tones as well. And then just by adding a little bit of orange in also will, you know, just bring it alive. And with me having the magnolias where they are like a milky white, that's also gave it a little bit of a pop as well, but not too much, but still to give it that lovely autumnal look. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe, share and like, you know, to all your friends, your family, your colleagues, neighbours, whomever, guys, and you know, bring them along to come and watch some of our creations, and give them some idea of what to create for themselves, you know, something beautiful, or even to sell it, anything like that, and have fun with it. You know, it's really, you know, a wonderful colour. I love the autumn colours. I never used to, but it grew on me. And now, you know, with the browns and the red, deep burgundies, you know, things like that, and the creams and ivories, it, you know, it sort of like drew my eye, and I started loving it even more. So I've now, you know, over the last year, really enjoy doing the autumn ones. I used to be a fan of doing spring and summer, only because I used to think, you know, say to myself, you get more choice of floral and foliage for that time of year. You know, like Halloween, it's, you know, usually a certain colour, but with spring and summer you can use whichever colour, you know, that you wish. Hi. So I always, you know, used to think like that, but now with the autumn there is numerous beautiful tones of reds, burgundies, browns, creams, yeah, you know, even peach colour, anything like that, gold colour, mustard, you know, it's really, really beautiful. So again, I hope you enjoyed that, and you know, and I hope that you give it a go, and bring your friends and family along, and you know, share to people who you know, excuse me, so they can sit at home in the, you know, in their lovely warm home, watching TV or on their laptop, notepad, you know, on the mobile phone, anything like that. and just watch and enjoy with a nice glass of wine, gin and tonic, cup of coffee, hot chocolate, you know, cup of tea, anything like that, and just relax. So have a wonderful day, guys. Again, when you watch this video, I will have already have downloaded my little tour of my workshop, you know, for people, especially for the people who have asked to see. So have a wonderful day. I won't be here tomorrow. I am extremely busy tomorrow. Amongst making things for customers, I have got a lot of paperwork to catch up on. So that's boring, but it has to be done. And also I've got deliveries to do, as well as try and get my grocery shopping done at some point. So have a wonderful day, take care, and have a beautiful and a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you next week. So bye for now, guys. Bye bye. Love you all. Bye bye. Right, let's get zoomed in. And let's get a close up. Let me just make sure I don't touch the cable. Right, there's our lovely, oh, it's not zoomed in, look. Right, one moment, it's going to go bright. I've got to zoom in. There we go. I don't know why it does it like that. But there's our beautiful magnolia with, you can see like the red veins in, or the lines, stripes in the centre with the sandy tones. Our beautiful, let's have a look, coloured sandy tone hydrangeas, our grape leaf with the burgundy around the tips, our acorn, our lovely raven, our artificial, you can see they're artificial, just plastic, pine cones, our beautiful orange astilbe, our lovely eucalyptus, our beautiful birch, beech, sorry, some of our dusted one, or our twined fern in browns, where's the berries, and our berries here as well in burgundy, and then I've got just these wispy bits, you know, dotted about as well, and also our lovely bow, which I do like my bows sank within the arrangement. I think that one may need to be, you know, opened up a little bit more. We'll see. I'll play around with it. So, but I hope you had, you know, quite a good time and enjoyed it, and I hope you give it a go, guys. So have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Bye bye.